And so we're engaged in the city with the police department, with civic leaders, faith leaders. Where I actually gather with a group of leaders every Friday, every other Friday. And around the table we have faith leaders of many of the different faiths throughout the city. City activists, people who march, who organize marches, people from Antifa and people from Black Lives Matter, people from all different groups, and representatives from the mayor's office. The chief of police sits at the table, and we talk with each other, and we dialogue about the real issues in the city, and we are in the process of putting together a 2-year pilot project, and our goal is nothing less than absolute radical cultural consciousness change in the city of Portland between the police department and communities of color. And it is real, tangible, and hard work. But what we know about our teaching in New Thought is that we know how to change consciousness. And we know that changing consciousness changes everything. And I think as we look at, and we're doing many, many other things, but actually what I want to talk about is what you have the spirit of, what Reverend Kevin and Reverend Wendy and I think all the leaders in AGNT and many people in our community, I think what we need to remind ourselves of is what we're seeing, what you all are seeing here, is what Dr. Martin Luther King called prophetic zeal. The church without prophetic zeal, he warned us of this. He said the church without prophetic zeal becomes an isolated social club. But the church with prophetic zeal becomes the moral compass and is not the slave of the state or the tool of the state, but is the conscience of the state. We need to claim the prophetic zeal of oneness. And when you claim the prophetic zeal of oneness, it means you have to look at all of the things that have been manifested out of the dark cracks of separation, racism, discrimination, economic injustice, environmental degradation, all of these things. You have to look at those things and speak to it a prophetic zeal that says that is not the truth. But just like Reverend Lola was speaking about, when we do that, you don't just say that's not the truth and keep eating Cheetos. You change your behavior. You say, I'm healthy and whole, and you make new decisions, and you heal the fractures, you heal the broken places by changing behavior. You start with the consciousness, but then you move into action, and that's what we're called to do in this moment. And I see you doing it in Albuquerque. I know we're doing our part in Portland. I know Rev Kev is doing his part in Sacramento. Wendy is doing her part in San Diego. And we're asking all of you to join us and to make us bolder together and do your part where you are.